everybody. Randy Patterson here with Boomerocity, and we've got a fun seasonal interview for you this time around for this episode. And it is involving a gentleman I've never spoken with before, but I've heard him in times past. And he is very well known in church circles, especially in I think it's the Southern Baptist Convention, but he is also known in the Yuletime or Yuletide season for people here who love to hear great Christmas music. And this year he has one that touched very closely to my heart. The reason being is I haven't said a whole lot as a direct statement. You might have heard it in a couple of the past interviews, but I recently lost my dad. He had been suffering from Alzheimer's for the last 2 years, and he passed away in October, late October, and I miss him dearly. And it hits pretty hard sometimes, as any of you who have lost a parent or loved one so close to Christmas know what I'm talking about. And so this gentleman, Charles Billingsley, he recently lost his mom, who also happened to have been a dementia or Alzheimer's patient. And he wrote a song and recorded it called Truly Home. You see the cover of it here behind me. The song is amazing. It hit me very deeply in a very beautiful way. And so we talk about our parents. We talk about this song and what it means to us, what it meant to his dad when he heard the song. And for any of you who love great new Christmas music and also songs that hit home very deeply, especially if you've lost a parent, and especially a parent who suffered from Alzheimer's or dementia before they passed, this is a song and an interview for you. And while you're listening to it, if you don't mind, if you like the interview, please hit like, of course. And also, if you're not already a Boomerocity subscriber on this platform that you're watching or listening to it on, please hit subscribe. I'm not going to be charging you any extra for it, but it sure helps us out if you do hit subscribe. And so without any further ado, here's my first of what I'm sure will be many more interviews to come with Charles Billingsley. Until next time, this is Randy Patterson. Take care.
Hey, man.
Hey, Charles, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
Got you on the run, huh?
Real quick, I just did. Yeah, and this one thing ran really long, and so I was like, uh-oh. So thanks for holding off for 15 minutes for me, but I'm gonna pull in here and get my seatbelt off so that it doesn't look weird.
So you don't look like you're being held hostage, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think is this okay right here?
Yeah, perfect.
Or do I need to...
Perfect.
All right, cool. All right, nice.
No problem.
So I'm good to go now. I'm set.
All right. What road are you dialing in from?
Oh goodness. I was doing I was scheduled at 2:00 to do this local show here. But then when I got there, I thought it was a 30-minute show, and they were like, oh no, it's a full hour. And I thought, oh gosh. So that's why I got a little behind, but
no problem.
But we're good now. Now, where are you located?
I am up in the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. I'm near Dollywood.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in Pigeon Forge area.
Yep. I'm just up the road from Dollywood. Literally, when the train's running, I can hear it. So,
wow,
but, I love it.
I'm there all the time.
Yep, it's a beautiful place to live. I don't know how much longer I'll live here. I've been my dad's caregiver for the last couple of years, and he passed away about 3 weeks ago. And it's so there's the whole estate thing and all that. But so it remains to be seen. But I'm sure changes are coming, and that's fine. I can roll with the punches. So it's all good.
Wow.
But
well, then I imagine this song has probably spoken to you a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, speaking of, tell fans about this song. I It did hit home for two reasons. He was my last parent. My mom passed away, be 8 years ago this coming January, and I used to hear adults say whenever they lost their uh, that that when they lost their last parent, they even as adults they feel like an orphan. I used to kind of chuckle and think, boy, that's a stretch, but I get it now. I mean, you just there's a special aloneness you feel that everybody goes through, I guess, when they lose a parent, and especially their last one. Um, and then at Christmas time too, so close and all that. How does all that factor into this song, "Truly Home"?
Well, yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. My dad is still living. He's 80, almost 86 now, and he's a wonderful man, just loves the Lord and just a good man. But yeah, when we lost mom, of course, you know how it is. I mean, you've never not had a mom, and so it was like when she was gone, it was a weird feeling. Um, and then driving down the road one day, it hit me that this was going to be the first Christmas, the first Thanksgiving, her first birthday, my parents' first January, my first birthday, all these things that my parents' first anniversary, all these things that hit you and you realize, wow, I've never experienced any of this without a mom, Now she had dementia, Alzheimer's, and it's such a horrible disease that in a lot of ways, it's almost like we lost her years before, but
Took the
still,
words right
even,
out of my mouth, man.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yep.
they call it a disease of 1,000 deaths, and I could not agree more. It is the worst. Ugh. But anyway, so I guess we had lost her a while before that mentally, but physically she was still there. And so when that moment happens, it's never easy. Um, but that's where that song came from. And hearing about your father, just now, I imagine that you can identify quite well with those lyrics.
Yeah, and your story as well. Dad was 89. He had just turned 89 in June, and he had dementia, and I was his caregiver for 2 years. And it was a very blessed time. But to your point, I felt like I lost him 2 years ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for me, compared to what I don't know how it was for your mom, but for me, it's he was very easy compared to other stories that I've heard about of how it can be with dementia patients. Dad was like a 10-year-old boy and easy to take care of, and just had a lot of special moments. But
Yeah.
so with this song, what are you hoping people get from this song as you wrote it, as you recorded it, and as you perform it now?
Well, more than anything, I want people to be encouraged, not saddened.
Yeah, yeah,
Because, and here's the thing, the beauty is that for those who have the hope of heaven in their heart and know the Lord, then we recognize that this is the short life. And she finally won her battle there with this cruel disease, and now she's you know living life in heaven as a victor, not a victim. And because of that, there's a certain amount of hope we have as Christians that will um encourage people during this time of sadness, that even though they're gone, they're having a way better day than we are. And the thought of it being your first Christmas in heaven has got to be a pretty cool experience, I would think. Like the coolest of all experiences. And so that was going through my mind when I was, when we were writing this song is, man, how can I communicate that this is a sad time, but it's also the best time for her?
yeah,
Um, and which is why the song kind of has the hook that it does at the end of the chorus. But you know what? It's a difficult in the sense that during the holiday season, people you experience the highest of highs and also the lowest of lows. And sometimes it can happen in the same meal. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, last year I'll never forget at Christmas, we were all laughing and just having a great time with family. And a few minutes later, we were all in tears. You know, it's just how it goes. But I think there's a beauty in all of that, and that's part of the healing process, you know.
I agree. Um, People are hearing this song. Have you, and I realize it's, I don't know how long you've been singing it prior to this official press release and such, but um, either way, what kind of feedback are you getting from people, especially people who have experienced what you and I have experienced through the loss of a parent?
Well, and those are the ones I get, you know, obviously the most feedback from is the ones who have lost a loved one recently. Um, Typically, the ones who are moved the most are the ones who've lost a child. Um,
Wow, I never even thought of that, but you're right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's really tough. So I'm getting just huge response. It's very encouraging. I mean, it's wonderful, and I love it because you know you realize that this song is striking a chord in people's heart because it's something that everybody goes through. We all identify with it, and and because of that, it just speaks to people. And so I just got them done yesterday, but I've printed out the lyrics in kind of a neat 8 by 10 beautiful piece so that people can take the lyrics with them if they want to, just as a keepsake for their family member, you know. But it's been really encouraging. I've heard some crazy stories, crazy
Share one.
stories. Well, you know, mostly have to do with like for instance, this lady came up to me just the other night and she said, I want you to know that your song meant a lot to me because last year uh, I I had to bury my husband. But the day that my husband died, his dad died 2 hours later in a totally different situation, in a totally different accident. And I was
Wow.
like, what? So she literally had to bury her husband and then go from there to bury her father-in-law the next day. And it's just like, good
Mm.
grief. You know, so moments like that you just kind of go, you know, what do you say? You don't have the words. So sometimes I love having a song like this because those are my words, you know, like I don't know what to say to this lady, you know, so maybe this song will just encourage you, you know.
Well, and I think that's the beauty of it, Charles, because especially as believers, sometimes we're expected to have all the answers and the perfect words, and
Hmm.
yet other times we're just speechless. I recall, you know, one of my cousins, as she last time I prayed with her before she died from ALS, all I could do was point, say, "Hey, God," and point to her. Sometimes we
Yeah.
just don't have the words, and when God gives you the words, like He did with with you and your team of writing this, wow! I
Hmm.
mean, the perpetual effect that has, the
Hmm.
salve it can be to heal people, perhaps long
Hmm.
after you're gone. What a
Hmm.
beautiful,
Hmm.
what a beautiful gift you're giving to people.
Man, thank you. You know, if for no other person but my dad listens to this song every day of his life.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, and that's one thing that I love to do. I am a believer in creating and writing music that's timeless in the sense that long after I'm gone, you know, these songs will still mean something to somebody.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I hope that this one will stick around for quite a while. It's nothing fancy. It's not a big bombastic, huge ending, you know, orchestrated, blah, blah, blah. It's just a guitar and me. But I feel like sometimes in those moments, that's what I'd rather have anyway,
Yeah.
Uh,
What was your dad's reaction to the song when he heard it?
oh, I wasn't with him when he listened to it. I sent it to him, and he immediately called me and was my dad's not a real emotional type guy, but he was emotional, and that was a blessing to me. I knew
Yeah.
it struck a chord with him, and it's a nice little gift from my mom. Um, we only sang together one time, and it's actually on YouTube. We were doing a conference, and I knew that my mom was going to be getting bad pretty soon. She had already been diagnosed with dementia, but she was still in the early stages, and so I talked her into singing with me at this conference, and it was the only time ever that we did that. And
Wow.
I'm really, really, really grateful that we did, because it's now forever sitting somewhere in cyberspace. And I haven't worked up the courage to actually watch it because I just I don't know. I think I'd get pretty emotional. So I haven't
Yeah.
done that. But remembering those moments and stuff will really, really helps you when you're writing something like this.
Well, I read that you're doing a tour for this season, and
Yeah.
I mean, I realize I'm not the sharpest tool in the toolbox here, but I think even I can figure out this song is going to be a part of your set list, huh?
You are a sharp one, Randy. No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it has to be, so we've been coupling this song along with I'll Be Home for Christmas, the song, of course, back in the 40s that was written to those who were serving in the military. So I've been doing that one. I've been doing like this little home section in my concerts with Truly Home and I'll Be Home for Christmas, and also the new arrangement of Celebrate Me Home that we did. So it's kind of fun. We do a lot of homey stuff in this concert, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, you've this tour, speaking of, you're hitting some pretty impressive places. Tell people about that.
Oh man, yeah. Let's see. This week we're at Times Square Church, and then we have a concert at Carnegie Hall. And then we go to let's see, after that is Richmond, Virginia, and then we go hit Florida and Alabama and Mississippi, and then Branson, and then Dallas, Texas, and then come back, and that's when the real big stuff starts happening. We got an evening at the Kennedy Center on December
Wow.
17th for anybody that wants to come to the Kennedy Center. What a venue that is, and that is actually a full-on big band show. Got a couple of special guests that night, Matthew West and Tarana Green, a full nativity. It's quite the undertaking. And then after that, we do our big concert here in Lynchburg at the Concert Hall at Liberty, which is a beautiful room. And then from there, we go to Dallas, and I got two Christmas concerts with the Plano Symphony in Dallas. So that
That's going to
finally
be over
wraps
at
things up.
Prestonwood, right? Prestonwood, Dallas.
No, I'm there. I'm at Prestonwood that morning doing their services, but that night is two concerts, one at 4 and one at 7:30 with the Plano Symphony in
You
I
know,
think it's Plano Concert Hall or somewhere like that. It's a
yeah.
different venue.
I
But
moved.
man, it's
I moved here from McKinney, so I know all that area. And in fact,
oh yeah.
so the guy that plays the song that I use for my intros for my podcast used to be on the praise and worship team on guitar at Prestonwood Baptist. So it's a small world.
Oh man. Listen, I love Prestonwood. That's a great church. They
Yep,
put
yep.
on quite a Christmas show themselves, man. It's pretty
That's what I
amazing.
hear. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it. I heard about it.
Oh,
So
it's huge, just huge lasers, all kinds of great stuff. But yeah, but I'll be there with them that in the morning time, and then this symphony things are in a different hall. But man, the symphony concerts are so fun. There's nothing quite like singing with 60 players, and that's what the Kennedy Center will be like too. We've got a full string section and brass and
wow.
big band, and a lot of fun, just tons of fun.
Now
So,
you're doing
any,
this. This is your full-time job now. You're no longer doing music ministry at the church, right?
well, yes, I am, but I'm in a half-time capacity with Thomas Road Church and Liberty
Oh,
University.
okay. Yeah.
So I'm actually the teaching pastor at Thomas Road. So I speak once a month, lead worship once a month, and then the rest of the time I'm out doing this kind of thing. So
How
it's
fun.
nice. It's a nice little balance to my life, and I love it. It keeps me home some, um, which my wife appreciates, but at the same time, yeah, but at the same time, it gives me plenty of time to just run around and do, scratch this itch, which has been an itch now for 33 years. Can you believe it? We've been doing this that long. So,
Wow. Wow. Well,
but I
what's
still
next
love
for
it
you?
just as much as day one, you
I
know?
bet. Well, that's what makes it, that's when it's not a job, right? You get to do what you love.
That's
So,
true. That's true. And
so what's
next,
some, go ahead.
yeah, well, you asked me about what's next, and we are actually working on a new album right now. Um, And you know what I decided to do? I really need to be writing more songs, but I didn't write for this one. I decided to go back and take a bunch of the songs that when I was growing up that really, really ministered to me, that really blessed me, that I just loved. And so I'm doing a remake of a bunch of those songs. So,
Really? Which one?
and they're
Name a couple.
okay, well, His Strength is Perfect, Stephen Curtis Chapman. Do you remember
Yeah,
that one?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And by the way, all these will be fully orchestrated, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Bradley Knight's doing a bunch of them, Wayne Hahn's doing a bunch of them. But His Strength is Perfect. There was another great song called The Trumpet of Jesus. You remember that song?
Oh, yeah, with
For the
Russ Taff.
yeah, yeah, that's
Yep.
it. Doing a cool remake of that. There was a Petra song out there. Remember Petra?
Oh, yeah.
They had a song called Grave Robber. You remember that one?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm doing a remake of that one. So just some
How
really cool
fun.
remakes of some big songs. And then the song that I probably get more requests for than any other song is Midnight Cry. And so we're doing a big bombastic fresh arrangement of that. So
How
that
fun.
among about seven other ones. So it's a lot of fun, and it's turning out pretty cool. So that's next on the agenda. I'll probably start vocals on that in January or February. So
Well,
that'll
man,
probably
when
release
that,
in late spring.
good, when that starts getting close to being released, have Brian get hold of me and let's set up one of these. I'd love to help plug that for you.
Hey, I would love for you to do that. In fact, I'm in Pigeon Forge all the time
Well,
for Women of Joy conferences, right down the road from you at the
y-
LeConte
y-
Center.
just, it's not even 5 minutes from me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So maybe we'll just pop in live one day. That'd be fun.
that would be fun. That would be real fun. I think that, didn't they just have that here 2 or 3 weeks
Yeah, oh
ago?
yeah. I
Yeah.
lead the worship for all of them. So I was just there.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
We probably have met and known some of the same people in the same circles there. So I
I,
way back when I did some Christian concert promoting not much but some back in the early '80s. Was at the '78 Dove Awards. Had a blast there. Got to meet all sorts of people there.
I
So
bet.
I bet
Yeah, I
we have some
guarantee you.
stories.
We got some mutual friends, buddy. We
Yeah.
do. But thank
That
you.
sounds like. Well, listen, I will let you get back on the road there, but this has been fun. I will let Brian know when this posts, and then you can share it as you wish. And I know those concerts are going to be great. If I can make one of them, I don't know if I'll be able to. I've got to look at your itinerary again, but if I can, I will, because it just sounds like it's an amazing night to of just great music and music that touches the hearts in the way it's supposed to. So.
And thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And if you are coming, you got to let me know, man. We're going to put you in a special seat.
All right, you do some with some little electrodes or something on
Yeah, something.
it. Make me jump and shout. So,
We'll make you one of the dancers.
oh Lord, Lord, be careful what you ask for there, bud. So,
I love it. Well, thank you, man. And hey, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. And you too. You too, Charles. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
All right. God bless you, buddy. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
This has been another fun-filled episode of Boomerocity with your host and producer, Randy Patterson. The theme song is Roll the Dice and is recorded and used by permission from Quinton Hope. Quinton is spelled Quinten, and Hope is Hope. And you can find out more about Quinton at quintonhope.com. Post-production is done by Cardinal Sins Productions. The Boomerocity name, logo, and content is copyright protected. Segments may only be used with written permission by Boomerocity and or its assignees. Inquiries should be directed to input@boomerocity.com. Copyright 2025.